my guy. Alright, so one of my followers asked me, can you be gay and Christian? Now, I know this is a tough subject for people to speak about, but I'm gonna let the Bible speak for itself.
Alright, let's see it.
What does the Bible say about homosexuality? In Leviticus 20:13, it says, if a man lies with a man as they do with a woman, they have both committed an abomination. So from that scripture alone, it's saying that if you be with the same gender, you have committed an abomination.
So a few quick things here. First, this is not letting the Bible speak for itself. This is reading a passage and then incorrectly explaining what it means. Second thing, this passage has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with homosexuality, the way we use that word today as a reference to sexual orientation. They did not organize their understanding of human sexuality anciently the way we do today. Our understanding of homosexuality as a sexual orientation differs wildly from the way they thought about the motivations that people would have to pursue same-sex intercourse anciently.
Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Gms.S.O.T.E rule well. Peace and salutations to the brothers on the four corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. You know, yeah. That is what the video today is based on. Basically, what appears to be a Jake woman in the beginning of the video, you know, now she follows actually if it's, you know, okay to be, you know what I mean, to lie with man as you would lie with a woman basically, and still be a follower of God, so to speak, you know. And then the Edomite come now and say, well, the precepts in the scripture is not accurate based on what used to take place long time and based on what is going on now. Now, the brother who sent me this video, you know, I was asking him, I was like, you know, I want to do the video on this, but I don't know if it's the proper piece of the video or if I could screen record the video, you know what I mean? Because I know, you know what I mean, Satan will strike my page, you know. All you know how it does go. The brothers know how it does go. You know, and I was trying to prevent that, but spirit lead, man, spirit lead. I had to at least show piece of the video. Understand, to get all the understanding what the Edomite saying against the scriptures now, boy. You know? So basically, he view on it is that yes, you could be a Christian. Let me not use that word. Yes, you could be a follower of God and still be, you know what I mean, homosexual. And the girl is basically reading scriptures to debunk that theory. If you want to see video, I could look online for the video. It's on Twitter, it's on TikTok. You know, or you go and search for the video, right? But anyhow, I going into some scriptures. I'm gonna use some of the same scriptures that the young lady was using, and I'm gonna use, you know what I mean, and just break it down even further now. So let me get out of Leviticus one time. Right, Leviticus 20 and 13. It says, if a man also lie with mankind, as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination, they shall surely be put to death, the blood shall be upon them. Right? This is self-explanatory. It have no deeper meaning about it. Right? The Edomite trying to say it's not accurate comparing to what they used to do a long time now. What he was saying was that the penetration, the view of a man being penetrated was frowned upon because, you know, a man was viewed as the head of the household or as the head or the leader, and he used to do the penetrating, not be penetrated. That's why it was looked down upon. Right? Which is wrong. It is wrong because you're leaving the natural use of your body, but we'll get into that later on in the video. Right? It's not supposed to happen. It's an abomination, right? I'm going to go to Leviticus 18 because she go bring out the same precept, right? Leviticus 18 and 22. It says, thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. Neither shall thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith, neither shall any woman stand before a beast and lie down thereunto. It is confusion. You understand? And we know the Most High is not an author of confusion, right? And look, it's just reiterating what it's in Leviticus 20 and 13 here, right? Now let me get back to that video here now to see what...
Bible is talking about an act of sexual intercourse. It is not talking about a sexual orientation. Next, this...
Alright, now let me see what is sexual orientation, right? A person's identity in relation to the gender or genders to which they are sexually attracted, the fact of being heterosexual, etc., etc., right? So it's the person's identity in relation to who they prefer to sleep with, right? Like me, I would be considered a heterosexual because I am what would be considered as a straight man. Understand? I prefer a female. I was made to lie with a woman, not a male, you know? But I just my view. Understand? It is the truth, it is the fact, it's the way nature is set up. Understand? Right. So basically what he's saying already wrong because sexual orientation, right, is basically in relation to who you lay with. So if a man lay with man, his sexual orientation wouldn't be the same as mine, obviously. So he basically don't know what he's talking about.
Female same-sex intercourse in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. It is focused entirely and exclusively on male same-sex intercourse because the concern was the violation.
Right, and that's what I was talking about, right? Now, what we need to understand, right, is that the reason behind the scriptures saying, thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind, right? Or in Leviticus 20 and 13, it says, if a man lieth with a man, the way he lieth with a woman, right? And not why a woman, if a woman lieth with a woman, because remember the man is as the head. You understand? The man is as the head of the household. So if the household is rotten, if the head is rotten, the whole body is sick. You understand? The man there is in a general sense. You understand? Not specific to just the male. It's the male and female, right? It is abomination, contrary to what the Edomites saying, right? Then we get Romans, because she bring out this precept as well. She bring out a good few precepts. Romans, what? Whereas the Edomite here bring here no nothing about precepts. Here bring out no precept. He just going based on the support of the alphabet people, right? Romans 1 and 28. And even as they did not like to retain power in their knowledge, he gave them over to a reprobate mind to do things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers. So like I go start is verse 27, the point here, right? And likewise also men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of the error which was meet, right? It's a leaving the natural use of the woman, right? Hey, Romans 1:1. Now we know according to Isaiah 28, 9 and 10, it's supposed to be precept upon precept, right? Line upon line, right? Romans, this is Genesis 1 and 28. Right. It say, and power blessed them, and power said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Right? Verse 27, I'm going to go up one. It says, so power created man in his own image, in the image of power created he him, male and female created he them. So he wasn't talking to two men, he was talking to a man and a woman. When he said, go forth, be fruitful, multiply. This was basically a commandment. Right? This is the natural use of the woman. Right? Now, look, if we go back to Romans 1, verse 25, right? It says, who changed the truth of power into a lie, right? Who changed the truth of power into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator who is blessed forevermore, amen. Right? Because why? They leave the natural use. That is where verse 26 come in. It says, for this cause power gave them up unto vile affections, for even their woman did change. For even their woman did change the natural use into which that is against nature. So the natural use of a woman is to lie with a man, bring forth children, be fruitful, multiply. So when he say, for this cause power gave them up unto vile affection, for even their women did change their natural use into that which is against nature. What I mean? That is not woman lying with womankind. And likewise also the men leaving the natural use of the woman, which is to lay with and be fruitful and multiply, and burned in their lust one toward another, men with men. Oh my goodness. But then again, the Edomite wasn't supposed to see that, they can't decipher the scriptures, so try to remain calm, yeah, right? They, but through their philosophy, as the scripture say, Babylon built a golden cup in the Lord's hand, yeah, and all the nations are mad because they drink of them philosophies. There is the feces they come in to push. You understand? And if you're not abiding under the covering of the Most High while you're down in Egypt, you're gonna be swept away with this heresy. There's Isaiah 29 and 16. Why did I click 18? It says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay, for shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? You understand? That's basically what they do. You say, hey, I know I'm supposed to lie with a woman, but I rather a man. Or a woman saying, I know I'm supposed to lie with a man, but I rather a woman. Understand? They was blatantly being prideful in the eyes of the Most High. And that was abomination. You understand? And what the Edomite saying is, yes, you could be a worshipper of God and still commit abominations. You understand? He even bring out even reference the precept where it speak about women wearing pants being an abomination, which we know is part of the law, which it is written. You understand? But he didn't bring it out for edification, he bring it out for mockery. You understand? I remember one time he was doing the works. You understand? We had a whole service on the mockery of them making mockery of the scriptures. You understand? But just pertaining to that point of being of dealing abomination and serving the Most High, I would just get a straight cut for it, right? There is Ecclesiasticus or the book of Sirach, right? Sirach 15 and 13. Right? It's the Lord hateth all abomination, and they that fear God love it not. Right? The Lord hateth all abomination, and they that fear God love it not. The Lord hateth all abomination, and they that fear God love it not. You cannot serve the Lord without fearing him. You cannot love the Lord without fearing him, right? So if you say you're following God, you're supposed to fear God. And you're not supposed to love abomination because he hated it, so therefore you're supposed to hate it. So therefore you cannot be against nature. For lack of better words, for fear of getting struck down, I go dumb it down. You cannot go against nature and say you're going to church or you're going to worship God. You are not a worshiper of God. You understand? According to the scriptures, ye worship ye know not what. You know? The Most High know the verse above it. The verse above it say not thou, he had caused me to err, for he had no need for the sinful man. The Most High ain't dealing with no sinful man. He have no need for no man who does sin, Jed. No need, zero concern, zero care. He have elect sorted out. He 144,000 done, sealed and set to go. You understand? From since the foundations of time. Foundations are heaven and earth. Right? But they could say, well, the Lord know my heart, so on and so forth, and wherever my body don't matter, because my heart in the yeah. Don't worry, we have something for that too, right? Back still in the Apocrypha here, right? We go to Wisdom of Solomon 1 and verse 4. It says, for into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin. And we know scripturally wisdom is the principal thing. With all I get wisdom. Right? For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin. And what is wisdom? Wisdom is the knowledge of righteousness, which is the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, right? So if your body is subject unto sin, the Most High ain't dwelling in, the Most High don't send that wisdom for you. You ain't go get this. That is why the Edomite couldn't see for himself that, hey, these things are abomination, and he couldn't agree with the young lady when she was talking about plainly the scriptures say, no, you cannot deal in these things and still follow God. You know? Now I'm going back to the video to play a later part. A latter part that really gets me.
The daughters of humanity, and there was a debate over whether or not these were angels or humans, and the sexual compatibility of angels and humans.
Alright, we know the angels, the spirits angels do have sex. Okay, we brothers in the truth know that I ain't going down that road for nothing. That is just heresy. That will cause me to rage.
Was being debated, and so what Jude is referring to, as you can see from the passages around it that are talking explicitly about the relationships of angels and humans, is saying no, but in short, there are absolutely no data whatsoever that indicate Cesare Borgia was ever the subject of a painting of.
He basically saying if you pray to him, he is not hearing you, because he abandoned you for your lustful, unnatural desires.
Which is correct, which we just read. Most I give them up to do things that was unseemingly, because why? Because they leave the natural uses. You understand? They went against the Most High left them where they was.
So this is remarkably naive, hateful, and harmful.
Right. The Edomite goes on to say this is harmful and hateful because she just reading verbatim from the book. Right?
Rhetoric, and people die every day because of it. The simple fact is that there is not a single syllable of the Bible that is non-negotiable.
That is where I had the problem.
It is all negotiable, and so much of it has already been.
Alright. Negotiable means what? You know what? We could get that. We could get that. We are Google. We go to Google. Let me see what negotiable means. Negotiable. Alright. Negotiable, open to discussion or modification. Right? Yeah, I like that one. The scriptures is non-negotiable. Right? Here why. We go deal with this here. He said the scriptures is all negotiable since the inception, since the writing, right? Open to discussion or modification, right? So basically he's saying the scriptures open to be changed, right? Right, I'm done with that. Yeah, let me start small. Let me start from the beginning. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 2. I'll start from 1. He say, now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live and go in and possess the land which the Most High power of your fathers giveth you, right? Alright. Verse 2, it says, ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall you diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Most High your power, which I command you. Right? So you're not supposed to negotiate. It have no modificating. It have no change in it. These are the words of life. These are the words that are immortal, the words of righteousness. You understand? I was watching a video today with the brothers and them wrote a scripture saying righteousness is immortal. I wish I could remember it to pull it out right now, but so I care for that. But yeah. Alright, let me go. There's the beginning, alright? Let me go down to the end. Revelation 22. Last book, last chapter of the book, right? Revelation 22:18. It's a For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add to these things, power shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. So if you add something, you will get additional torment. Verse 19. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, the way the Edomites say the book is negotiable, and it was always been negotiable, and the scriptures the girl called to apply now, and all right. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, power shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book. So basically, he already sealed and he demise. You understand? He already sealed and he demise. That is it. Understand? The sealer might already seal for destruction, And that way I will end this video on that topic, because the brother sent me the video 2 days ago. I just got around to actually saying and watching it and listening to that heresy. You understand? And he specifically say he sent me to do a video on it. Right? That he specifically, say that. And I could understand why he said that. I guess at least I believe I understand why he said that now. Because in this day and age, to see the heresies that these people pushing, that I ain't even going on, I ain't even but that would say Kalalal Wahawad Layaw Basham Yoshai, Basham Kakudash, double honors to the Elaza GMS and the apostles of GMS that rule well. Peace and salutations to the brothers on four corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. I am Brother Maltazak saying Shalom. Hope the video was edifying.